For centuries, knowledge has been hidden in plain sight across the sands of time. Whispers of lost civilizations, cryptic symbols, and forbidden histories have been erased or concealed. What if the truth was never lost, but hidden? Welcome to Eye of Ancient Mysteries, where the past speaks and the future listens. Sit back, open your mind, and prepare to uncover the untold secrets of our world. Let the journey begin now. Contact with extraterrestrials. Almost all people who have encountered alien beings or UFOs report experiencing overwhelming fear, shock, and an inability to react normally or rationally. This leads to the thought that aliens may possess some sort of psychotronic weapon. This weapon appears to affect the human psyche for a certain period of time, influencing both the central and autonomic nervous systems. For example, a woman from Plovdiv shared her experience with a UFO. "I saw an orange light high up in the sky. It appeared, moved a little closer, and then seemed to pull back. All of this happened high above. I became scared without knowing why, and felt my entire body become paralyzed. I tried to raise my hand to point at the sky, but it wouldn't move. I wanted to call out to my husband to see the light too, but my throat couldn't produce a sound. Only after the light disappeared was I able to move my arm and say, 'Look, look, something's happening up in the sky.' Interestingly, my voice had become rougher, almost stretched out, and my movements were still slowed for at least another 10 minutes. At first, I wasn't sure whether I had seen a UFO or not, because I didn't believe in such things. I considered them more like science fiction than reality. But this experience awakened some kind of programmed, instinctive, and forgotten fear in me. A fear of the gods. This fear had no parallel to anything I had ever experienced, maybe similar to nightmares I'd had as a child. But this was real and far more terrifying. Another witness shared her encounter with humanoid aliens who seemed to want to do something to her. They were greenish, gray, and shiny, with large heads and huge eyes. They were about 1.5 meters tall. I saw them in my bedroom while I was sleeping. I was terrified and wanted to scream, but I had no strength. My throat felt frozen. I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. One of the beings was pulling my arm, while another stood by and observed. Then the one who was observing made a strange sound. I don't know how, but I understood it to mean, "Leave her, she's too afraid, she won't work." After that, they vanished through the wall. I was stunned and terrified. I remained like that for a long time before I could turn on the light and wake my husband. These are just 2 cases of aliens making contact with humans. These incidents not only point to the possible existence of alien civilizations, but also reveal something very important. Humanity, at this stage of development, is likely incapable of resisting them. As we've seen, they seem to possess powerful psychotronic weapons that can paralyze us. It's not hard to conclude that in the event of a war, they might be able to turn our own weapons against us. In such a scenario, they wouldn't need to fight us directly. They would simply give us a signal to self-destruct. The countless nuclear bombs we humans have stockpiled may one day explode and destroy us. Just think about the countless wars where so many people have died. The deliberate creation of organizations like the military, police, and various enforcement units to suppress disobedient people might even be the work of aliens, tools to be used someday. Consider how many atomic bombs lie dormant around the world, just waiting for someone to press a button. Who really needs such power? Who benefits from the ability to destroy an entire nation with the press of a button? Communicating with extraterrestrials. In the search for contact with alien civilizations, many people waste energy and time by staring into the sky. While it's not impossible to see a UFO, this kind of encounter is rare and unlikely for most people. A much easier way to connect with alien civilizations might be on a subconscious level. We all know about the untapped potential of the human brain. It is said that the average person uses only about 5–6% of their brain's capacity. The remaining 95% goes unused and, at first glance, seems unnecessary. But why? Why do we only use 5% of our brain instead of 100%? The theory is that we are not programmed to use the full capacity of our brains that may have been inherited from an alien civilization. These beings don't want us to think like them, as that could make us a threat to their existence or limit their access to Earth's resources. If humans could use 100% of their brain power, we might possess almost unlimited capabilities, including the ability to communicate telepathically with our alien ancestors. Examples of people like Einstein, Mendeleev, Leonardo da Vinci, or clairvoyants like Baba Vanga and Nostradamus suggest that at times, individuals are born who can tap into more of their brain power. These glitches in the programming that limits our brain usage have led to humanity's greatest discoveries. Communication with alien civilizations could occur in a similar way. Somewhere in our minds is a portal for non-verbal communication. Many alien witnesses have described such communication. Nearly all of them claim, "They spoke to me without making a sound. The words were inside my head. They knew everything, and I couldn't hide anything from them. They controlled my body and my movements." This becomes possible because aliens may have full control over the 95% of our brain that we cannot access. And that's where the communication portal lies. If we can discover this place within our minds, we could establish contact with them when we need to, or when they want to tell us something important. But we should also ask ourselves, do we really want to find that portal? Sure, it might be nice to know our future or to guess the winning lottery numbers. But would anyone truly be happy having constant contact with alien beings? Believe me, this portal wasn't created to help humans. It's a tool to control and dominate us. Abducted by a UFO, a personal account. It all happened while I was walking my dog in the park. I suddenly felt a chill throughout my body. One by one, the surrounding sounds disappeared. My hearing shut down, and my vision became hyper-sharp. I could see everything happening around me for miles, as if I had X-ray vision. I could see through trees and objects when I focused my gaze behind them. The feeling was like diving underwater. Everything goes silent and calm, but you can see the entire ocean beneath the surface. This state lasted about a minute. My breathing slowed, I felt strangely happy, and I was freezing cold. Then I heard a voice speaking in a language I couldn't understand, but my body responded to it automatically. I began walking up a path, drawn toward something I couldn't identify. There was a glowing, radiant object that attracted me. I knew I was going to it, even though I had no idea why. I simply obeyed the whistling sound in my ears. It was like a melody, rhythmic and at times resembling human speech. At certain moments, it was so loud it hurt my ears. I remember passing other people along the way. I even greeted them, like I was on autopilot. Apparently, they didn't hear the sound or see the light. I arrived at a spot where the light surrounded me. There, I saw a person who was an exact copy of me. He smiled warmly and kept saying my name. That's when I realized why I was there, and I suddenly felt a deep sense of dread. I knew instinctively they were evil and were going to experiment on me. They needed to remove the part of my brain where memory is stored and implant it into my clone. I couldn't move. I knew they were aliens, but I couldn't see them. I could only sense them. They were playing with me, enjoying it. I didn't see a classic flying saucer or spacecraft, but I could feel the energy holding me in place. These beings have mastered energy. It was overwhelming. Then I started floating in space, not understanding anything that was happening. I felt like I was going to die, and I knew no one would ever find me. I knew it was only a matter of time before they killed me, once they were done having fun scaring me. That's when I felt my dog jump on me and start pulling at my sleeve, growling. It was as if the dog understood what was happening. It started licking me and barking furiously. Everything suddenly stopped. I don't know exactly what happened, but I found myself lying on the grass. My dog was licking my face while I frantically checked my head for injuries. I can't explain how, but I'm certain my dog saved me in that terrible moment.